Love has many faces, but there is one form of connection that feels almost otherworldly. Something that goes beyond ordinary romance and deep companionship. People often call it the meeting of souls, a cosmic bond, a mirror of your very being. This experience is what many describe as finding your twin flame. Unlike the idea of a soulmate, which represents compatibility and harmony, a twin flame is thought to be much deeper. It is like meeting the other half of your soul. It's not always easy, and it's not always peaceful, but it is transformative in ways no other connection can be. Today, let's explore the 11 signs that may tell you you've found your twin flame. The first sign is an instant and intense recognition. From the very first meeting, there's a feeling that you've known this person forever. It isn't the awkward getting-to-know-you energy that most connections carry. Instead, it feels like you've been reunited with someone you were separated from long ago. Conversations flow effortlessly. Silences feel comfortable, and your souls seem to recognize each other beyond the surface level. Many people describe it as déjà vu, or an inexplicable familiarity that can't be logically explained. Your heart knows them before your mind catches up. This recognition isn't about physical attraction alone. It's about a soul-level acknowledgement that you've crossed paths for a reason. The second sign is a magnetic pull that feels impossible to resist. No matter how far apart you are, there's an invisible string tying you to each other. You think about them constantly, you feel drawn to their presence, and even when you try to focus elsewhere, your mind wanders back to them. It isn't just infatuation. It's something deeper that keeps bringing you together. Sometimes, twin flames meet in unlikely circumstances, separated by distance, age, or lifestyle differences, yet the connection keeps resurfacing. The magnetism feels spiritual, almost as if the universe itself is pulling you toward this person. It's not a one-time attraction. It persists, intensifies, and defies logic. The third sign is an emotional intensity unlike anything you've felt before. Twin flame relationships don't sit quietly in the background of your life. They stir emotions so strong that they shake you to your core. When you're with them, joy feels euphoric, but conflicts can feel devastating. This intensity can sometimes be overwhelming, but it's also what makes the connection so unique. Twin flames mirror each other's inner world, which means they trigger unhealed wounds, insecurities, and fears. At the same time, they also amplify love, passion, and joy in a way that feels almost supernatural. This emotional depth is both challenging and beautiful, pushing you to grow and evolve. The fourth sign is a sense of deep spiritual growth. A twin flame isn't just here to make you happy. They are here to transform you. When you meet them, you begin questioning old patterns, healing past wounds, and confronting truths you may have avoided. They awaken parts of you that were dormant and challenge you to step into a higher version of yourself. This growth isn't always comfortable. In fact, it can be painful at times. But as you evolve, you realize that this connection is guiding you towards self-discovery and spiritual awakening. It's not about completing you. It's about awakening what was already within you. The fifth sign is unexplainable synchronicities. When you found your twin flame, the universe seems to conspire to remind you of their presence. You might see repeating numbers like 1111, hear songs that speak directly to your connection, or have dreams that feel too real to ignore. You might even run into them unexpectedly or hear their name in random conversations. These synchronicities aren't coincidences. They're signs that your bond is divinely guided. It feels as though the universe keeps nudging you, saying, "Pay attention. This person is significant." The more you notice these patterns, the more you realize that this connection is not accidental. The sixth sign is a feeling of balance and completion, yet challenge. Being with your twin flame feels like finding your missing piece. But it also feels like looking into a mirror that reflects both your light and your shadows. They make you feel whole, but they also challenge you to face the parts of yourself you'd rather avoid. This paradox of comfort and discomfort is one of the defining features of a twin flame relationship. It's as though they bring out the best in you and simultaneously expose the areas you need to heal. While this can be difficult, it is also profoundly transformative because it pushes you toward growth in ways no one else can. The seventh sign is telepathic or energetic communication. Twin flames often share a connection that goes beyond words. You might sense their emotions even when you're apart, finish each other's sentences, or feel an unexplained pull when they're thinking about you. Sometimes you might dream about them and wake up to find that they were thinking of you at that exact moment. This connection feels almost psychic, as if your souls are communicating directly. The bond transcends physical presence, making you feel connected even across great distances. It's a form of communication that doesn't rely on logic, but on energy, intuition, and soul resonance. The eighth sign is a powerful sense of unconditional love. Unlike typical relationships where love may feel conditional or dependent on circumstances, Twin flame love transcends limitations. Even when challenges arise, even when separation occurs, the love remains unwavering. It's not about possession or control. It's about acceptance and understanding. You love them not for what they give you, but simply for who they are. This unconditional love doesn't mean tolerating toxic behavior, but it does mean that the bond is unbreakable at its core. Even when apart, you continue to hold love for them in your heart, knowing it is something eternal. The ninth sign is the cycle of separation and reunion. One of the most recognized aspects of twin flame relationships is the push and pull dynamic. Because the bond is so intense, it can sometimes become overwhelming, leading to periods of separation. One partner may become the runner, while the other becomes the chaser. This separation is painful but necessary, as it allows both individuals to grow independently before reuniting. When reunion happens, it feels like coming home, more profound than before. This cycle often repeats until both have learned the lessons they need. The pattern of separation and reunion may feel frustrating, but it ultimately strengthens the bond. The 10th sign is a shared sense of purpose. Twin flames don't just come together for romance, they often share a mission, a higher calling that extends beyond themselves. When you find your twin flame, you may feel driven to create, serve, or contribute something meaningful to the world together. It could be through art, healing, teaching, or any path that uplifts others. This shared purpose gives the relationship a sense of destiny, as though you were brought together not just for personal love, but for a greater good. The bond becomes a force of transformation not only for you, but also for those around you. The 11th and final sign is a feeling of timelessness and eternity. Being with your twin flame feels like stepping out of ordinary reality. Time seems to slow down when you're together, and even when years pass apart, the connection feels as alive as ever. You sense that this love is not confined to this lifetime alone. It feels eternal, as if it has carried over from past lives and will continue into future ones. This timeless quality makes the relationship unique, giving you the sense that no matter what happens, the bond will never truly be broken. It's not just a chapter in your life, it's part of your soul's story. When you reflect on these 11 signs, instant recognition, magnetic pull, emotional intensity, spiritual growth, synchronicities, balance and challenge, telepathic communication, unconditional love, cycles of separation and reunion, shared purpose, and timelessness, you begin to understand why twin flame connections are considered rare and profound. They are not simply about finding romance. They are about transformation, awakening, and stepping into the deepest layers of your soul. Finding your twin flame is not always easy. It can be exhilarating and heartbreaking, blissful and challenging, but above all, it is meaningful. It teaches you about love in its purest form, not as possession or comfort, but as growth, truth, and spiritual union. Whether your journey with your twin flame lasts a lifetime or just a season, it leaves an imprint on your soul that never fades. If you've ever felt a connection so deep that it shook your entire being, a love so powerful that it transcended explanation, you may have encountered your twin flame. And if you have, you know it is one of the most profound experiences life can offer. A meeting not just of two people, but of two halves of one soul, destined to find each other again and again.